Edward Arthur Pilcher.
Yep.
Olive Pilcher.
Pilcher. And you're both fluoride damaged people. So you've had damage from fluoride. Your wife? Olive, would you like to just tell us when you actually found out, when you realised that fluoride was causing you problems?
It was in Melbourne.
25 years ago.
No more.
30 years
30
ago.
Or 30 years ago, when they first put the fluoride in the water, and I got sick every time I had a cup of tea, and my face would swell and my throat would swell, and I'd look as if I'd had a stroke, and they took me to the doctor, and I was allergic to fluoride, chlorine and iodine.
Right. And do you suffer at all?
No.
Edward? No. So you don't have problems, but you're a carer, obviously.
I'm a carer of my dear wife, and I would prefer not to use anything with fluoride in it, because it tastes better just drinking tank water.
But the authorities are saying that fluoride you can't taste.
Yeah, you can taste fluoride, you can smell it. It stinks.
So you feel it smells.
I'll show you a bucket shortly.
When did you discover that fluoride exposure may be causing certain health issues? Did you have testing, or was it before that?
No, it was before that. It was every time I went to Melbourne and had a cup of tea, and either the vegetables were boiled in the water, it just swelled my face and lips and tongue and throat every time.
Every time. And where were you living at that point in time?
I was in Bendigo.
And did they have fluoridated water?
No.
Not then.
No, so you noticed quite a big difference between Bendigo and Melbourne. Okay. How do you try to avoid fluoridated water? Is it difficult?
Well, I've got to take everything with me. If I go anywhere, I've got to take all my water down there.
I take water containers in the car. We take water containers in the car between here and New South Wales to make sure that wherever we stop, we've got tank water for our use.
So you don't have cups of tea on the roadside travel places?
Only with thermos.
We only make it out of the thermos, out of our own water that we get to take.
Right, so that's quite a lot of effort that you have to make just for simple trips.
It's a lot of weight to carry in your car too.
Yep. And who carries everything to the car?
Oh, well, I've been doing it, but I don't know how we haven't done a trip just lately since I've been cooked, but I can lift a thing of water in it.
Okay.
If you have a look at our fridge, you see we've got about, I think it's about eight 2-litre bottles in there of tank water for use all the time.
Rich, look at all this just so that you can have cups of tea. That's amazing. They're all bottles of water. Where do you go out for dinner? And if you have a social occasion, do you go out? You don't go out?
No.
We don't go. No, we go. I can, but Olive can't. So it restricts me for where I can go because I like to do things with my wife. So if we buy anything at all, it's usually, say, fish and chips. You know, that doesn't not involve water. But anything involves being cooked in fluoride water is a no-no.
So that's a very restrictive lifestyle because of the fluoride poisoning.
See, if I went out to a bistro or down to the Clifton Springs bistro down there, Olive could have fish and chips on the menu. I could have what I like. That's the only way we can get around it.
No cups of tea for you, Olive?
No. Only through the thermos.
No.
Okay.
She mainly takes the thermos in where she goes.
So what about shopping and Going to the supermarket, just simple daily activities that most people take for granted. What happens there in your life?
I can do the shopping.
Right. Do you lift everything in and out of the car?
Yeah,
You can manage all of that. But what about actually avoiding products that might have been made with fluoridated water?
Yes, well, I make sure that...
You're very careful of that. We've worked that one out.
So you have specific products that you purchase and specific products that you avoid?
Mainly buy products. Or I got some veggies in the garden that I use and I've watered with.
You grow your own?
Ordinary water.
Yes, okay.
With rainwater.
Okay, that's good. Do you think that the people of Geelong should have a choice on whether or not to have fluoride added to their water?
Yes,
Why?
because it's slowly poisoning whether they know it or not.
So you believe it's accumulating in the body?
Yeah.
So people have no choice really but to drink the water that they're given. And you think people should have choice?
See, some people think it's not affecting them, but in the long term it is.
How do you think that is? How do you think it's affecting them?
Well, it can affect them mobility-wise.
But things like arthritis and perhaps kidney problems?
Arthritis is one.
Yeah. Kidney problems, maybe?
Could be kidneys. I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, so we can't verify this here, but you feel that it does cause problems.
Yeah.
Fluoride causes problems. And maybe on a long-term basis. So one glass won't kill you.
It's a poison.
So one glass won't kill you. But
No.
over time, it will cause problems.
Give my wife one glass and she's in
It
trouble.
starts swelling up.
Right, so you're that allergic.
Yeah, that's how bad it is for her.
Terrible.
I
What
just-
are your symptoms, Olive? What are some of the symptoms you suffer?
symptoms?
Yeah.
I swell up, and then my throat swells up, and my lips swell up.
Goes like what they call
Anaphylaxis?
no,
Just looks as if I've had a stroke. Twist my mouth
what do they call that?
and numb.
And how long does that last?
2 hours?
More.
More, is it? More,
It's about
yeah.
10 hours that night. I couldn't get relief.
So it's really toxic for you, isn't it?
Yes.
Very toxic.
To have a bath in it, I've got to have most rainwater, and I can put a bit of the
Hot water in.
hot water in, but it gives me a rash if I have
If
all
you-
that water.
And then if she stops it too long,
No, I don't.
What would you say to the government that is forcing this fluoride into the water? What would you say to these people that are making these decisions?
Stop it.
And what would you say to the children that are having to drink this stuff?
Terrible. They're being affected.
So what would be your message if you have to leave this planet? What would be your message to everybody out there that's drinking fluoridated water?
find the other alternative, which is using rainwater to save the problem.
What about just stopping fluoridating?
Yes, I agree.
Well,
So what do you think the resolve is here, Olive?
It should be stopped. We didn't have it in the water, and that's why we came to Geelong.
you don't get contaminated water from the clouds. It's affected by what man has created.
So it's a man-made contaminant,
Mm.
and it just shouldn't be in the water.
That's right.